Okay, so today we're going to learn about proportions, and it still deals with ratios, except now we're looking at a proportion. The proportion is an equality of two ratios. So it's like a blueprint when you have feet compared to inches, and they're still the same in real life. Like if we say this is 2 feet, and this is, for every 2 feet, it's 3 yards. That would be a proportion. So 2/3 is proportional with 4/6. This in itself is a proportion. Just like 8/7 and 4 and 3.5 is a proportion because they are equal. So this is a proportion and this is a proportion. It's when the ratios are equal. All right, so sometimes you may be asked to, solve a proportion. So let's say they're wanting you to solve the proportion for the unknown. You need to find the value that makes the equation true. And yes, some of these you could do in your mind, but there's a much easier and quicker way to do it without having to do it in your mind. There's just 2 easy steps. So first you're going to cross multiply. Second, you are going to divide. And if you like to write out the word divide, feel free. So you're going to cross multiply, and then after you do that, you're going to divide. Pretty simple. So we're going to do this first example together. We'll do 2 examples. X over 9 equals 4/6. All right. First step is to cross multiply. So literally you're going to make a cross. If you look at my red, there's a cross. So 6 times x is 6x. 9 times 4 is 36. All right. Second step, you're just going to divide. So divide by 6, draw your balance bar. Divide by 6, divide by 6, x equals 6. So to make this proportion true, this would need to be a 6. That's what that's telling us. Cross multiply and divide. All right, I'm going to do one more example with you, and then you are going to try the other 2 on your own. So h over 9 equals 2/3. All right, so cross multiply. So h times 3 is 3h equals 9 times 2, which is 18. Draw your balance bar. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. H equals 6. Another 6er. So instead of h, you could put a 6 there. All right, you guys try this one and this one on your own. All right, so now we're going to talk about how you know if ratios can form a proportional or if they're proportional. So 2 ratios form a proportion if you can cross multiply and they're equal. So you're still going to cross multiply, but you're not going to have to do the division part. So 4/6, is it proportional to 10/14? That is the question. So all you're going to do is cross multiply. So 4 times 14 is 56. And then 6 times 10 is 60. We would say, no, that is not proportional because they do not equal each other. Pretty simple stuff. All right, I will do one more with you, and then you can do the other 2. So 6/9 equals 4/6. We're trying to figure out if they're proportional. So 6 times 6 is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. Yes, that is proportional. You do this one and this one. All right, so sometimes proportions won't be set up for you and you're going to have to set them up. So this is opposite of converting. When we convert what's alike, you want it to be opposite. That's going to change for proportions. So there's 3 steps. The first step is set up the ratios. And like items should be placed directly across from each other. So if ounces are in the numerator, then ounces should be in the numerator on the other ratio. Then you're going to follow the same steps. Cross multiply and then divide. So step 1, you got to set them up correctly. Step 2, you cross multiply. Step 3, you divide. So let's do this one together and then you'll do the other one on your own. So a microchip inspector found 3 defective chips in a batch containing 750 chips. At that rate, how many defective chips would there be in 10,000 chips? So your first one, your first ratio, you have 3 defective to 750. So 3 defective to 750 chips. And we're going to find how many defective chips there would be in 10,000 chips. So basically we don't know the defective, which is on top, but we do know there's a total of 10,000. So if you notice, this is the defective chips, this is the total chips. All right, I'm going to erase that real fast. So we have, you keep yours, 3 over 750 equals x over 10,000. So that was our first step, just setting it up. Second step, cross multiply. So 750x. 3 times 10,000, so 30,000. And then you just divide. Divide by 750. Divide by 750. So, whoops. X equals 40. So out of 10,000 chips, there would be 40 defective chips. All right, you guys try the next one. You're comparing US dollars to European euros. So it's 0.89 US dollars to 1 euro. And they give you dollars, so you're trying to find euros. All right, you guys try this one, and we'll check it tomorrow. Thanks.